Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Janera, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation. I am the shade Macao, and this company claims that this is a medium to full coverage foundation with a soft matte finish. It is also oil free and 16-hour wear. They also claim that it is sweat, humidity, and transfer proof. So if you're interested in seeing how all these claims hold up, then keep on watching. So I already have some use to it on my skin, so I'm just going to further moisturize using my Beekman 1802 lotion. Next I'm going to prime using my Fenty Beauty Primer. I'm going to use 2 pumps, about that much. Okay, so this is how the foundation container looks. And from what I'm seeing, it looks like a lot of companies are now starting to remove the pump from their foundation. So I think this will start being more common. So I'm just gonna put 1 pump on the right side of my face. We'll see what that looks like, and then I'll add 1 pump to the other side of my face. Since there's no pump, I'm just gonna eyeball what 1 pump would be. And I think about this much should be around 1 pump. Again, this is the color Medium Deep 4, otherwise known as Macao. To blend out the foundation, I'm going to be using my Morphe M439 brush. Alright, so this is how the foundation looks, and it's already pretty matte to me. Like, it already feels really dry on my skin. So it is definitely a matte foundation. Alright, so I'm gonna put the other pump on the other side of my face. Alright, so this is how the foundation looks on my entire face. Next, I'm going to use my concealer by Makeup Forever. This is the shade 14, and I'm also going to blend it out using my Beauty Blender Pro. Next, I'm going to use my setting powder by Laura Mercier, and this is their Translucent Medium Deep. I'm going to use my Beauty Blender Pro to put it under my eyes. And since I have a really oily T-zone, I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics brush 114 to just put the setting powder all over my face. And since it matches my skin tone, I'm not going to brush it off. I'm just going to keep it on throughout the day, and that usually helps keep me really dry. Next, I'm gonna contour using my IT Cosmetics brush 227. I like that it's angled, so it just fits perfectly in my contour area. The contour I'm gonna be using is out of my Anastasia contour kit, and it is the color in the top right corner. Next, I'm gonna bronze using my Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is the color Mocha Mommy, and this is what the shade looks like. To blend out the bronzer, I'm gonna use my Morphe M530 brush. Next, I'm gonna highlight using my Becca Cosmetics highlighter. This is the color Topaz. This is what it looks like. To highlight, I'm gonna use my Morphe M510 brush, which I think is perfect for my highlight area. Next, I'm gonna use my blush from MAC. This is their color Sweet as Cocoa. And I like putting on my blush last just because I feel like it tones down my highlighter because I don't like my highlighter too shiny or shimmery. So I feel like applying the blush over the highlighter just allows it to blend well. To apply the blush, I'm gonna use my Morphe E4 brush. And again, this is an angled brush, so it's perfect for the blush area. So that's it for face makeup. I'm gonna go off camera and do my eyebrows, top liner, bottom liner, and mascara, but I'll show you the products that I'm gonna use. For my top liner, I'm gonna use Kat Von D's Tattoo Liner. This is the color Trooper Black. For my bottom liner, I'm going to use Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Pencil. This is the color Perversion. For my eyebrows, I just use any dark brown eyebrow pencil from the beauty supply store. I'm not too picky when it comes to that. And for my eyelashes, I really like Stila Huge's mascara. It gives my eyelashes so much volume and length, so I really like it. It's one of my favorites. All right, and that is it, so I'll be right back. All right, so this is the finished makeup look for today, and as you can see, the foundation is very dry, very matte. Has a pretty application as well. All I'm gonna do next is just spray on my Urban Decay setting spray. And yeah, I'm gonna go outside, take some pictures with outside lighting, take some pictures with indoor lighting, just so you guys can see how the foundation looks in different light settings. I'll also take some pictures using flash, just so we can see that as well. It's about 12:20 right now, so I'll come back around 10:30 and give you guys a full 10-hour wear test, and we'll see how this foundation holds up. All right, I'll see you guys soon. This is how the foundation looks with indoor lighting. So this is how the foundation looks with outdoor lighting, and I really like the finish. I feel like this is my favorite foundation so far, but I'll wait and see how it holds up. But this is the finish right now. Very matte, very dry on my face. All right, so I'm back with a 10-hour update, and I'll get close so that you can see how the foundation has held up. Honestly, I really like this foundation. I feel like it's now one of my favorites. Like, my face is pretty dry, which is really exciting, just because you guys know how oily my T-zone usually gets with any of the foundations that I've used outside of the Double Wear foundation from Estee Lauder. You know, they both do a pretty good job at keeping my oils in, but I feel like this one might have a prettier finish. I might have to do like a side-by-side to really get a better idea, but I really like how my face is dry right now. There's no oil seeping through. All right, so just a quick little backstory about Nars and why I felt like it was so important for me to try out this foundation. So a couple of years ago, I tried their foundation. Like, everyone was raving about it, and I was like, okay, I have to try it out. And after like 4 or 5 hours, like, the oils from my face were just completely seeping through. Like, the makeup was sliding off. It was a mess. But like, you know, when I first put it on, it was a really pretty finish, and I really liked it, and I was really sad that, like, you know, it couldn't work for my skin type. So now fast forward to 2019, looking for a makeup artist to do my wedding makeup, like, everybody was using Nars. Like, in the caption, it was like foundation, Nars, like every page I was on. So the lady that ended up doing my engagement makeup, I told her like, hey, you know, I've tried Nars before, like, it makes my face super oily, please don't use it. She was like, no problem, I got you. Fast forward 30 minutes into the shoot, my face gets super oily, the makeup is sliding off my face. So I text her after the shoot, and I'm like, hey, like, are you sure you didn't use Nars? She was like, yeah, I just used a little bit. And I'm like, of course. Fast forward to now, like, you know, the company coming out with a soft matte foundation, I was like, wow, I really need to try it out. I need to see, like, you know, if this is gonna have the same pretty finish that I fell in love with their other foundation, and it definitely does. I really like the finish, and it just works really well for my oily skin. All right, so the company claims that this is a 16-hour wear foundation, but the fact that it's been 10 hours of me wearing it and my face is pretty dry, I feel like I can consider this more so an all-day foundation. They also claim that this is a soft matte finish, and I feel like I agree with that as well. So the company also claims that this is a medium to full coverage foundation, and I agree with that claim. I put one pump on the left side of my face, one pump on the right side of my face. So I feel like that's definitely buildable, because I feel like if I just put half a pump, that would be medium coverage, but this is definitely full coverage. Another thing to note about this foundation is that it looks really good with the flash. Like, I took some pictures and I was like, oh, like that was the first time I was like, wow, I really like how the flash pictures came out. Not to say that the other foundations weren't pretty with the flash, but this one just stood out to me a lot. So if you have oily or combination skin, I 100% recommend this foundation, and I say, you know, go ahead and check it out and see if you like it. If you have dry skin, you know, still check it out. I just can't personally recommend it because I don't have dry skin. But if you do decide to try out this foundation, please let me know what you think about it in the comments and whether it worked for you or not. Alright, so unfortunately, as much as I love this foundation, there is a downside. I feel like there's not enough shades with this foundation. 2 weeks ago, I tried the Marquises because I felt like that was more so my shade match, and it was kind of red on my skin. And then trying this one, you know, it was more of a match, but it still seems a little brighter than my skin tone. So I feel like, you know, an in-between shade between Marquises and Macao would be perfect, and like literally my perfect match. But other than that, I feel like that's the only con I really have for this foundation. I feel like next I'm gonna record a side-by-side comparison of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Full Coverage Foundation and this full coverage foundation, just because now I don't know which one is my favorite, because they're both oil-free foundations. They both keep my face pretty dry throughout the day. They're both long wear foundations and full coverage, so I think it'll be really interesting to see how the two compare and which one, you know, looks better, lasts longer. So yeah, stay tuned, because I will record that soon and post it for you guys. And I would like to get some feedback on, you know, which one you guys think looks better. Alright, so that's all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in to another video. If you have any other questions about this foundation or any of the makeup that I use, please let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Also, if you are new here, welcome, and please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye!